Welcome back to another Music Monday. I'm your host, Adam Duke, and today I'm talking to Gemini.
We were
Tell it
Twitter
shorter than I would.
mutuals and we wanted to make music together. So we hung out and actually started by doing a Carly Rae Jepsen cover. We did Body Language, right? Which is off
Yeah.
of Emotion Side B. And Carly Rae Jepsen is obviously extremely underrated. Everyone thinks she's just Call Me Maybe. She's way more than that. And Emotion Side B has a lot of hits on it. So we did a cover of Body Language, and we realized we had a lot of fun making that. And so we decided to make an EP, and we became the band Gemini.
Because my name is Opal, I'm the gem, and Evan is the I. And for, like search engine optimization, and because probably the name Gemini was already taken,
Yeah.
we spelled it that way. I think it
And
looks
you're
really
a
cool.
Gemini.
Oh yeah, that
That's
too.
part of it. Yeah.
We wrote one song after I listened to the entirety of either Evermore or Folklore by Taylor Swift, and Evan said that it sounded like it was influenced by that, but I don't know what other
Which
artists
song
I would
was that?
compare
Was
us
that
to.
Paper and Glass?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if we were trying to sound like Taylor Swift.
We were not.
Um,
It was an accident. It always is.
I think it's hard to, I think, nail it down because Gemini very much sounds like a combination of the music we make individually, right? So I sound a lot like, I'm very much influenced by the band The Mountain Goats. They're my favorite band. I'm also influenced, I would say the band that I sound the most like is The Weaker Thans. And so I think there's a lot of that influence. And then taking what Opal does, which is very similar to the artist that you're most into, Lights, and then taking that kind of like heavier synth sound and combining the two. Um, so I don't know. We were talking earlier that I guess we're like indie pop rock. Oh yeah.
I guess
Also
so.
my
Maybe we should do a Justin Bieber cover.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite band when I was in high school was Rush. So I think it's just,
And
there's
I
something
loved
about it.
Mariana's Trench.
Yeah.
It doesn't end.
There have been times where, like, we did a cover of 15 by Taylor Swift for this charity compilation for trans rights, where I just did the instrumental. And then, like, we didn't have the opportunity to get together before the deadline. So Opal did vocals and sent them over to me. Um, but most of the time we try to get together. So, like, this is my like guest room, studio, office. And I've got like keyboards, I've got a bunch of microphones, I've got a bunch of guitars and stuff like that. And so we usually, we'll visit for like a weekend or 5 days or something like that. And usually probably spend like, it's never a crazy amount of time. Like it's never like 12 hours, but it might be like 6 to 8 hours over a weekend, like just putting more stuff together.
I have an album. So I was a grad student for 2 years, and then I was in college out of town for before that. So I've been slowly working on an album for so long that I keep thinking is going to come out, and then me and my producer learn more about how to mix music, and we think, oh no, we have to go back and like fix something. So I do have an album that's supposed to be coming out. I don't want to say a date because that's going to jinx it, but sometime within the next 6 months, like I swear to God, it's going to be done.
September
And
2021.
that's what it was supposed to come out, but it would have sounded bad. I just finished designing the album cover. It's called House Fire. And like Evan said, like I'm very inspired by artists like Lights, Carly Rae Jepsen a little bit, like Muna, very synth pop, and it sounds like that. But all of the reviews from my close friends say that it doesn't sound too much like them, which is uh good for me because I want to be unique. But yeah, so that's hopefully coming out soon. I think it sounds really cool. I'm really proud of it, and I'm very excited for Buffalo to hear it.
And I've been making music since I think the first project I put out was 2013. So I have I have a different problem to Opal, whereas I will record something and then release it and then be like, it did sound bad, and then I will have to do the next one better. So I've just been doing that since like 2013, mostly recording stuff with myself. My best friend from high school is mainly my producer, and he plays drums for me. But so I think the album that I'm currently working on right now is going to be, I think, my fifth like full length album, and like maybe 10th or 12th project overall. I want to start focusing more on like writing like more collaboratively, because I think Gemini is one of the more fun things that I do musically, and I think that's kind of the impetus for the band, is that it's so rare that I find someone I like making music with, because it's just like, oh, we can actually write songs together.
Getting used to sharing ideas with another person, also because I'm used to writing with myself, is difficult because, you have to trust they won't judge you if your idea is bad. Because I have to throw bad ideas out, or like the ideas I think are bad, in order to get to something I think is good. And when I'm doing that by myself, I can do that as much as I want. But when I'm with someone else, I need to be like, they need to know me well enough that they know that this is not my final idea and that I know it's not good. I would expect our next EP to come out sometime within the next year and a half, and it's gonna probably be mostly songs that we write together. We have been brainstorming one about being salamanders walking through a river or a stream. It's gonna be
Yeah.
wonderful. And then probably a handful of others that are really either just ideas or like one verse. We were working on an EP for Opalite that
Yeah.
unfortunately got deleted in a MacBook tragedy
Yeah.
freak accident.
My computer died and I lost everything. Not everything, but like the
Freak
important
accident,
stuff. Yeah.
traumatic experience. So we were sort of, and that has sounded more Gemini, even though it was coming out under my artist name. So rest in peace to that project. It might come back one day. Yeah.
Which it
So
does open us up to just start working on the new stuff, which is, I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah,
It would be
actual Gemini
beneficial.
stuff.
I work from home and I always have, so like travel is very easy for me. So it's very easy for me to go to Buffalo, and like it would be easier for us to get together and write, but it would be
But I
way
record
harder
vocals out of my closet in Buffalo. So
yeah, and I sort of like to use the best microphones that we have, which are harder to transport, I guess, or it takes up more space.
the main thing that we want to say is that if any, local venues or people hear our music and they want us to play something for them, put us in your calendar, call us up in 1 year, and we will be ready to make an appointment to play for you.
Call us as soon as possible. We'll figure it out. You
We'll
know what
put
I
it in
mean?
our calendars. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Boy Junior.
Yeah, I was going to say Boy Junior, who is an artist out of Rochester, who is a good friend of ours, who was recently touring, is just like, Boy Junior is one of those people who is like, if you hear about them in Rolling Stone in 5 years, you shouldn't be surprised.
And then
But we would open for Boy Junior. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, that's very
Uh,
true. But who, like, we
who?
we can't figure out a mix, so I don't know who it would be. And I feel
Oh,
like trying to think of the local Buffalo artists that I think would be a good match for us.
No, we got to get some Canadians down here.
Carly
Walk the
Rae
moon.
Jepsen.
We'd get
We'll
Carly
have
Rae
Carly Rae
Jepsen and Walk
Jepsen
the
to play
Moon.
her songs, and then we'll play her songs, and it'll just be a Carly Rae Jepsen cover slash like actual concert.
Yeah. We'll get Carly Rae Jepsen, and then
I'm sure she'd love to play at Mohawk Place.
I said Walk the Moon for you because I know that's those are your guys.
Older Walk the Moon would be actually a pretty good thing to compare us to.
Yeah, if we could get Walk the Moon from 2015.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I'm changing my answer. It would be Rush, and it would be Bachman Turner Overdrive. That's who I'm picking. Oh, that's a Canadian band too, isn't it? I can't help it.
I think that we're close enough to the border that we have enough of the same like culture stuff going on that we could just pass easy.
I would say go to Gem and I. That's GEMAND. gem+i.bandcamp.com if you want to
Gem+i.
purchase the music. Yeah, that was one of the difficult things we had to decide is like how do we like label ourselves for links where we can't put a plus sign.
Deciding a URL was very hard.
Yeah, but a fun little challenge for me specifically.
And then Evan is Evan DM on Spotify.
That's
We are
true.
just gem+i on Spotify. I'm Opalite. I have one song on Spotify, but you shouldn't listen to it because it was created before the mixing knowledge was fully ingrained in my head. Yeah, I think that covers everything. All of the relevant places and information.
That was Gem+i. Once again, I'll have all their links down below. And for Music Monday, I'm Adam Duke, News 4.